Welcome to the Brain Immune Gut Masterclass. This is Dr. Peter Kahn, and on this mastery session, we're going to be talking about the art of detox. Now, so far, where we are in the roadmap, we're building this framework that are on top of what you already learned so far. So brick by brick, we're building this foundational knowledge for you. We talked about the roadmap with the fuel delivery being the foundation, starting with oxygenation, glucose metabolism, digestion. The next building block, the next level, was the immune function. Under immune function, we have leaky gut, we have immunity and autoimmunity, and we have various infections that we need to clear. So now we got through the immune section. The next floor, the next level is detox. So under the detox section, first, you must understand how detox actually works. And so we're going to show you the basic concepts of detox, because once you understand it, you can harness it. So the concept of detox, from the big picture perspective, can be described as a funnel. This is courtesy of Dr. J. Davison, who described this perfectly. So here we have a funnel. So each funnel gets gradually smaller. So we have toxin that enter our body from the environment. And these can be heavy metals, or they can be plastic, or they could be pesticides, solvents, and whatnot. Okay, so these chemicals enter our body, our terrain, and so we have the cells, right? We have cells and tissues. So that's kind of the broadest area, because everywhere we have cells and tissues. So when we get exposed to toxin, that's kind of where it kind of floats around. So in order to get them out, we have to push them into a specific area. So the next tissue that's a little bit more specific, but a narrower organ, will be the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system is where it's kind of like your garbage collection system of your body. You know, in fact, you have more lymphatic vessels than you have blood vessels in the body. Now, keep in mind the lymphatic system is not just the lymph vessels, but also includes all the various lymph nodes, like in your submandibular glands here. You also have the tonsil, which is part of that lymphatic system. A lot of people overlook that. And so those are all a very important part of your immune system, but also part of your drainage system. Right here, we're talking about drainage. How does your body drain stuff out of your body, right? From a passive perspective. So your lymphatic system is part of your drainage system. So toxins can certainly collect, and as well as cellular debris from old infections and things that you killed off, they all have to be drained out of your system for you to detox properly. The next area will be your liver, or actually kidney. Okay, and then the kidney will help you to sweat it out, right? So I would say even part of that is your skin. It's pretty big. Kidney and skin. And then you don't necessarily drain it from your skin, but it's an elimination organ as well. And then here we have the liver and gallbladder. And then lastly, we have your bowel, which is your anus, right? This is where you poop it out, right? So that's kind of the general concept of drainage. So you can't just go into the, I'm going to take a liver gallbladder detox supplement. Well, you may not be doing that right at the same time, or without help from the other system as well. Okay, you have to kind of go with tissues, lymphatic system, kidney, liver, gallbladder, and then helping it to poop it out. And I would say to pee it out, urination, and sweat it out, right? And even breathe it out, because you can breathe out toxin as well. So, but certainly the biggest route will be these three pathways, and these two are used quite frequently, right? You can use it, and a lot of it comes out that way. So this is a general concept of detox. Now, the next thing is to understand specifically as far as liver detox. There's three phases of detox that takes place. There's a phase 1. So we're talking about liver, gallbladder, detoxification, purification pathway. So phase 1, these are your cytochrome P450 enzymes system. Meaning there's a whole bunch of them, right? There's enzymes, okay? There's a whole bunch of these different enzymes, and their job is to really to neutralize the toxin at first, or at least to try to convert it, okay? So that's the first step. So with the phase 1, the analogy that I always use to help you understand it is that your body basically has, say it has a lot of trash in your house, okay? Let's say it's your house, you have a lot of trash. The first step is to sweep all the trash into one pile, okay? Now that trash is one pile, it hadn't ended up in a dustpan or in a garbage can, so you could potentially walk by and kick it over and spread the whole dust pile all over the place again. And that's kind of like what phase 1 is like. So that you're actually binding to the toxin, but you haven't converted them into a non-toxic form. You kind of just put it in a pile so your body's ready for phase 2. But during this phase 1, the intermediate, so what happens on the way there, you create these intermediate metabolites. And many times these intermediate metabolites are more toxic than the original toxin. So therefore, if you have a slow, or if you have a very intact phase 1, let's say, your phase 1 is working good, but your phase 2 is slow, then what happens is you're going to have a lot of stuff being pushed through, getting stuck here, but this phase cannot move it through. You get actually more toxic. So some people actually will not do well doing a detox because genetically speaking, these cytochrome P450 enzymes may have SNPs or genetic issues with it, so they don't detox very well. Okay? Now phase 2 is going to be your conjugating system. Conjugation. This is where your body uses various amino acids, even sulfur compounds, sulfation, glucuronidation, which actually involves blood sugar stability, glutathione, which uses amino acid cysteine, methylation, which uses B12 and folic acid, B6 is a cofactor. So you have these major pathways here. And acetylation. So these major pathways here help you to convert these intermediate metabolite into something less harmful that you can finally get rid of, and that's your phase 3. So phase 3 involves basically gallbladder with your bile to turn these toxins into feces. So you have fecal elimination. So again, back to the analogy. Phase 1 will be your body sweeping the dirt into a pile in your house, but it has not ended up in a dustpan or a garbage bag. So you can still kick it around and spread the dust around, therefore it becomes more toxic because now you're just kicking the dust everywhere. Now step 2 is where your body actually take these dust that you swept into a pile and actually put it in a garbage bag. Okay, garbage bag. This is where you sweep into a pile, okay, but not completely taken away. Phase 2 is where you put all the dirt in the garbage bag, but guess what? You still have the garbage bag in your house. So if the garbage bag has not just dirt, but it has like leftover food that you throw away, and if you leave that garbage bag in your house for a few days, now it's going to stink. So that's not good. That will be like the toxin not getting out of your body. You're able to do phase 1 and phase 2, but you're not pooping it out. So then the stuff just stinking up your house. It's the same analogy as your body become even more toxic because these things just get recirculated. So then step 3 is fecal elimination. That's taking the trash to the curb to be picked up by trash truck. That's phase 3. Phase 1, you sweep into a pile. Phase 2, you put it in a garbage bag. Phase 3 is when you take the trash out so it gets picked up by the trash truck. That's your fecal elimination. So that analogy helps you understand it's a multi-step process. And when you're doing detox, you have to keep in mind of all 3 steps. And also keep in mind that some people have genetic SNPs or genetic, deficiencies in phase 1. Some people have genetic deficiency in phase 2. And that can affect glutathione production, or they may not carry out methylation very well. Like if you have MTHFR mutations, then the methylation step may not carry out very well. You can certainly have various different type of cytochrome P450 enzyme defect that can make it difficult. So this is where genetic comes in to play. But certainly, you want to make sure when you're doing detox that phase 1, 2, and 3 are all taken care of, because then you ensure things are moving this direction, right? Down the funnel, so to speak. So it's moving through phase 1 to 3, but also down the funnel, so you eventually poop it out and eliminate it. So that's a very important concept to understand as far as detox. Now, another concept I want to share with you, which is often not really paid attention to, because everybody want to detox. Yes, detox is important, but keep in mind that some people can actually react to the chemical that they're trying to detox. And the reaction to the chemical is what's causing them symptom, not just the presence. So the presence of toxin versus a immune reaction to toxin. It's 2 separate things. You can have a lot of toxin but don't react to it very much. Or you can have very little toxin but react to that little bit of toxin like crazy and still have just as much symptom. So this will be somebody, the lab test is normal. We don't see any toxins, we don't find any metal in your body, yet you feel terrible. Or the other way around will be like, wow, you have a lot of toxins. The lab test is positive, we find toxins, but like this person's like, hey, I'm feeling just fine, not too much problem. So it could be either or. Or the worst case scenario is like you have presence of toxins, a lot of them, and you also react the heck to them. That creates a lot of problem. This is what we call chemical sensitivity. Okay. So in this case, you can literally develop antibody to these chemicals, and we can actually test that. And if you have antibody against chemicals in your body, then what that means is you have to be very cautious with how you detox, because you can easily be too aggressive and create a lot of problem for you. So there's a concept called toxicant induced loss of tolerance. So the other word for that is TILT, toxicant-induced loss of tolerance. I think the researcher, Dr. Claudia Miller, who's from the University of Texas, who coined this term. It's a theory that she has about why people are chemically sensitive. I think she has the same liking like me with acronyms, with my big masterclass. But what she said with this TILT theory is that people who are chemically sensitive, what happens is go through a 2-stage process. The first stage is exposure to chemical. Now, this could be acute exposure or chronic exposure. Okay. The second step is where now you have symptoms to small amount of chemical. Where previously that same amount of chemical wouldn't bother you. You used to be able to smell perfume, but now you can't. Every time you smell it, you get reactions. Symptoms, these are reactions. So this could be headaches, could be brain fog, could be nausea, could be any type of reaction, usually neurological. So now you develop symptom to innocuous amount that used to not bother you, but now you react to them. So what happened here? What happened here, you develop an immune response to it. immune response. And that's why we're talking about antibodies could be at play here. So what happens is now you can't tolerate the same thing. You lose tolerance to that chemical. So the problem may not be one that you have to get rid of the chemical, not always, although we can all use an oil change. But for some people, we may need to calm down this immune response. That's the big idea here. This is where the previous mastery session we're talking about immunity, autoimmunity. That was a big map, but that really puts it together. Sometimes we have to dampen that immune response or balance the immune system or heal the gut or balance blood sugar or address oxygen issues before we can detox. And if you're chemically sensitive and you have immune response against chemical, and you do some form of aggressive detox, that's when you fall apart. That's when you feel terrible, and it does not work. Every time you do a detox, you feel so terrible. Like, hey, this is supposed to be good for me, right? But you feel terrible. That's the reason why. So sometimes you have to proceed very cautiously. So this is all the stuff that we discuss in our neurometabolic integration digital program. We take you through this process. You may need some coaching. Some people with very severe chemical sensitivity may have to have some lab tests done so we can see if they have reactions or other things that can be triggering this. So it is so important because many people just want to go ahead and do really strong detox, and that may or may not work. So why should you detox? Why should you care? The reason this is an important topic because it's not a question of whether you're exposed, it's a question of how much you're exposed and whether you're reacting to it. In either case, we're all exposed, and these toxins definitely wreaks havoc on our body. These toxins, from environmental toxins or metals, many of them are carcinogenic, so can cause cancer, and cancer is still the top 2 killers in America. It's neurotoxic, so it's toxic to your brain. Many of these neurological symptoms and neurodegenerative disorder, like Parkinson's, has a toxicity base to it. So we need to look at toxicity. Many of these toxins are endocrine disrupting chemicals, or EDCs. Endocrine disrupting chemical mean that they disrupt endocrine or hormone function. They either amplify the effect of certain hormone, like estrogen, so make you estrogen dominant, where estrogen is creating too much of an estrogenic effect, which can cause endometriosis, heavy menstrual bleed, menstrual irregularity, PCOS, and so forth. And not only that, they can also dampen testosterone. They can either amplify the effect of some hormone or depress the effect of other hormones. And also they can cause fertility, which is also a very bad thing. Also, these toxins are immune suppressants. So this is where the terrain that we keep talking about, if your internal terrain is toxic, then many times this can suppress your immune function, suppress neurologic function, suppress hormone function. No communication can happen. The cell-to-cell communication becomes disrupted with these toxicities. So you can become immunosuppressed. Then that makes it harder for you to fight off infection. You can also get, these toxins are hepatotoxic, meaning they're toxic to the liver, can cause liver damage. They can also be nephrotoxic, or toxic to the kidney and cause kidney damage. Now, as far as the effect on the brain immune gut axis, these toxins can definitely be autoimmune triggers. For example, I find that a lot of people with multiple sclerosis have mercury issues. I also see a lot of people with Parkinson's disease having pesticide exposures and metal toxicities. I see a lot of people with neuropathy. Many of these toxins, like pesticides and various things, are known neurotoxins, so it can cause neuropathy symptoms, so you get numbness, tingling. They can also disrupt neurotransmitter function and cause depression and anxiety. These toxins can affect on immune system in that they can suppress your immune function, so you can get a low blood count. I see that quite a bit. On blood tests, I'll see a low blood count, low white blood cell count, and these people have chronic conditions. And what happens is that especially heavy metals can deposit in the bone and therefore suppress bone marrow function. And bone marrow is where white blood cell and red blood cell originate. So you'll see people with possible anemia and low white blood cell count from having heavy metal toxicities. We'll see low immune panels. When we do a complete blood count, you see various immune markers showing all immune suppressed. You can also, with the toxins, increase your antigenic load. So antigen is basically a foreign invader. Could be a chemical, could be an infection. So the more chemicals you have in your body, the more it's mimicking an infection, right? So then you're ramping up your immune production of antibodies, which promotes a Th2 response. Remember that from the autoimmunity mastery session? As you promote your Th2 response, your Th1 response goes down. Okay, so teeter-totter. Th2 response go up, Th1 response go down. Th1 fight infection, Th2 create allergy. So you get this allergy symptom while immune suppressed. And toxins can increase antigenic load, which creates that type of inflammatory pattern. And lastly, these toxicity can actually impact gut function. So that's the last part of the brain immune gut axis, in that especially pesticides, they're known to destroy the gut microbiome. They interfere with the Shikimate pathway, which is a pathway that bacteria relies on to produce energy and keep themselves alive. And pesticides like glyphosate, that's found in Roundup, can inhibit that Shikimate pathway in the bacteria of your gut, the beneficial bacteria that is, therefore inhibiting their growth and cause microbiome deficiency. You can also have these toxins impact absorption. So things like colorings and dyes are known to block the microvilli in your intestine that help with absorption. And also these toxins can also cause leaky gut, pesticides and so forth, fire retardant material. I've seen all manners of stuff causing leaky gut in people through the bioresonance tests that we do with one-on-one clients. And the assessment can vary depending on the symptom. We may have to look at environmental toxin panels. We may need to do heavy metal toxicity panels. We may need to use non-conventional method to test these toxins, because a lot of these toxins don't exit your system very well, right? The very reason why they cause problem for you, because you may not be detoxing well. And guess what? When you're not detoxing well, where do you think they're stored? They're stored in your organ, in your bone, in your tissues. And so when you do a tissue sample, like a urine test or blood test or hair test, what are you really measuring? You're just measuring what amount of toxin is in your hair, blood, urine, or wherever the excretion that you're collecting. And those are all going to tell you the amount of metal or toxin in those tissue, but it's not telling you about your total body burden, like where are all the toxins in your body. You're just measuring a small part of what's eliminated. You don't know where all the toxins are or the location of them. So this is where sometimes we have to use other methods, or we can just go ahead and detox assuming that you have toxin, which is a pretty safe assumption. The only question is it safe for you to detox at that moment in time? So this is where following the roadmap can be very helpful, because you're addressing the underlying problem. Remember, if you take care of the fuel delivery section, the oxygen, the blood sugar, and digestion, maybe even clear the immune system side of things, where you heal leaky gut, you get your immune system working properly, you may have more energy and less immune load to be able to handle the detox. Therefore, you don't develop symptoms in reaction to the detox. Many people go straight for the detox. They never set up the foundation by following the roadmap that we talk about, and that's why they don't get better. So using the roadmap, and we also discuss in much detail in the neurometabolic integration digital course, where we take you step by step on how to assess and what to do first, what to do second, weekly coaching where we coach you on this. So that's going to be very helpful as well. As far as support, how do you detox? Again, there's many different ways to skin a cat. Typically for general detox, okay, obviously milk thistle is an herb that can be very beneficial for the liver. Just keep in mind that milk thistle actually doesn't help you detox. Milk thistle just upregulates the hepatocells, the liver cells, so that they can work a little bit better. It can also help the liver cell to regenerate themselves better. But milk thistle itself doesn't specifically help you bind to any toxins. Milk thistle can boost the production of glutathione, which then glutathione can bind to toxins. So a lot of time people take milk thistle assuming that's going to help you detox. It doesn't. It just helps your liver function better, which may have an indirect effect on detox, but it's not specifically binding to any metal. If you want to actually do some type of mild chelation where it won't hurt you, glutathione will be what I recommend. It's a master antioxidant. If you have autoimmune disease, glutathiones are often deficient, so glutathione will be very useful here. And a lot of time, in order to support proper detox, you have to go through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So that means you have to have plenty of antioxidants, plenty of specific type of vitamins and minerals like molybdenum and certain type of B vitamins. You may have to have proper amount of amino acid as precursor to help you with phase 2 amino acid conjugation. So that's where nutrition comes in. Really, detox is a nutritional mechanism. It requires a multitude of nutrients to carry out this orchestrated process. But I gave you some examples, and many of you probably have taken some stuff at one point in the past. But just remember, you must sequence this in the context of your overall condition. And more of this is covered in neurometabolic integration digital program, but you must sequence it. Remember to take care of the foundation first. Blood sugar. Remember, blood sugar stability is critical for helping detox. One of the phase 2 detox pathways is glucuronidation, which require blood sugar stability. Oxygen is also very important. You have to have proper oxygen level for your cytochrome P450 phase 1 enzymes to work. So if you're anemic, your phase 1 doesn't work. So that's why I say take care of the foundation. A lot of times when you get up to the top, things become a lot easier. By now, I hope you got the big idea that problem within the brain immune gut axis can lead to all of your symptoms. And by addressing the root cause, then all of your symptoms would improve. But that's only if you follow a specific roadmap, which I outline in this Brain Immune Gut Masterclass. And if you do, I believe your body will be able to rebalance, reset, and regenerate itself. And you may be able to get your energy back again. You may get back to your old self. You may start to get back to the things you enjoy again. Perhaps getting back to the gym because now you have energy to do so. Maybe take that vacation because you got zeal back again. Maybe you be the mom that you always wanted to be for your kids because you have energy to play with them. Maybe you be the spouse that your partner married. Maybe you just feel confident, like you finally got this, that you finally have answers. I mean, that's what life's all about. You don't have time to waste to try to figure all this out by yourself. And I believe this masterclass and this big idea that we've been talking about is exactly what you've been waiting for. That will turn the tide around for your condition. I also know that healing takes time, and you need more knowledge and support than I'm giving you in just the 7 days. And that is why I'm super excited to announce the launch of the Neurometabolic Integration Digital Program. This digital program is your ultimate roadmap to transform your health. Now, I put everything I learned through the years and experience of working with over 5,000 clients into this program so that you can use the exact roadmap that I use with my one-on-one clients that has generated life-changing results. Now, are you sick and tired of wasting time with the medical merry-go-round where you're just getting a diagnosis and a medication to treat the symptoms? I mean, we all know that system is broken, right? Are you frustrated at searching for answers on Dr. Google and getting conflicting information online? Do you want a step-by-step roadmap that makes sense and address the root cause so that your body can finally heal? Then this program is for you. Finally, an at-home program designed specifically with you in mind, with everything you need in one course. You no longer need to guess or struggle. You can start to transform your health and do it properly. Now, here is everything that you get with the Neurometabolic Integration Digital Program. You get 16 video modules, okay? These modules cover each step of the roadmap in detail, including talking about how to balance your blood sugar, how to assess your blood sugar, how to understand it, and what specific lifestyle strategy to implement, whether you have hypo or hyper blood sugar. We're gonna look at circulation. We're gonna look at digestion from north to south. We're gonna talk about inflammation and how to balance autoimmune, how to detox properly, when to introduce interventions for hormones, when not to. These are critical questions. And if you do these things out of sequence, you will not get the result that you're looking for. And this is the big idea that we've been talking about during this masterclass. And we're gonna give that to you in exact detail, step by step, so you can follow and customize and tailor this program to you. So you get 16 weekly modules that's delivered to you weekly. Now, on top of that, I also included weekly group coaching with me, myself, as well as my nutritionist. So you get 2 weekly coaching calls. And this is to help you to tailor the program to you, to answer your questions so that you can get the result you're looking for. Now, imagine, would you get better result implementing it all on your own, Or would you get better result if you have my guidance and my nutritionist guidance teaching you exactly what food to eat, what food not to eat, what supplement protocol, when is it appropriate to move on to the next step of the roadmap? Which do you think you will get better result? I bet you'll get better result doing this program. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're giving you all the tools necessary and the support to help you to be able to do this. On top of that, I also included a members only community so that you can post questions. All the weekly live group coaching calls are recorded and then put it into that members only community so you can go watch it if you missed the live recording. And you can also post questions in there so we can answer it for you. There's also members exclusive content that we put in there. So this is all to help you, to hold you by the hand as much as we can to take you through this process. Now, on top of that, you're also going to get these free guide from our expert speakers. These are guides that's going to help you to be able to implement faster and elevate your knowledge. These are very super valuable. And you're also going to get lifetime access to the Brain Immune Gut Masterclass. Folks, I threw that in there so you can own the masterclass. And not only the videos, but also the audio, so you can listen to it on your way to work or while you work out. And you also get the transcript with that. That's on top of the in-depth, deep dive that we're going to take inside the Neurometabolic Integration Digital Program. As well as you also get 10% off on nutraceuticals that I use with our clients so that you don't have to source out the stuff. You don't have to figure out what stuff to use. We already done the work for you. Now, you're not required to purchase this supplement. I just make it available to you because we already use these with our clients. So if you just follow our protocol, you'll be able to get the result that you want and you get 10% off on those supplements. So I literally threw in everything in here that you need in order for you to get results. I am so excited about this program because through the years, there are many of you that have contacted me or emailed me that want to work with me one-on-one. And truth be told, there's only one me, and there are many of you that need my help. So therefore, I cannot possibly take everyone on as a client one-on-one. And that is why I put everything that I know that works, that gets result into this program. So you can go through step by step with my guidance to get the help that you need and finally be able to solve your health puzzle. Now, you have 3 options to access this incredible information and enroll in the program. First option is to get the Brain Immune Gut Masterclass recording. Now, if you feel this masterclass has provided value to you and you have learned even one clinical strategy that you can implement that you have not heard anywhere else, then you will benefit from owning and reviewing this masterclass again and again. You'll get lifetime access to 12 mastery sessions with the roadmap to heal the brain immune gut axis, 13 expert interviews, all the videos, the audios, and the transcript, everything included, lifetime access. Now, the regular investment for this program is $297, but you can own the entire masterclass recording for only $197 when you order before the masterclass ends. Now, for your benefit though, I recommend a better option. This option is to get access to the 6-module Neurometabolic Integration Program. This is the first 6 modules of the full 16-module program. This acts as a jumpstart to build a foundation so you can move to higher levels of healing from here. You'll not only feel a difference with the first few modules, you'll be blown away and walk away with clinical knowledge that only the top functional medicine doctors are privy to. And you'll be able to help yourself and potentially help your loved ones to get well and stay well for the rest of your life. Now, this program includes 6 teaching modules with 35 instructional videos. That's over 10 hours of amazing content, complete with self-assessment forms and PDF handouts and notes. Best of all, it includes 6 weekly live group coaching calls with me, as well as 6 weekly live group coaching calls with a certified holistic nutritionist. These are 50-minute, 1-hour sessions, so you really get a lot of help. You also get 6 weeks access to the exclusive learners community, where you can post questions, you can watch past coaching calls on a recording, and also any bonus sessions. Also, we're going to give you the Brain Immune Gut Masterclass as a bonus when you enroll in the 6-week program and no additional cost to you. The total value for this program is $5,246. Now, we were going to list this program at $1,500. After speaking with my team, we decided to make this more accessible, more available to many of you so that you can get the tools you need to get better. So we're offering an introductory offer of only $697 for this package. Now, this is an incredible value. You'll be able to get the healing you need to take yourself to that next level. Now, the best option and my best recommendation to you is the 16 module full access to the entire neurometabolic integration program. The 16 modules for you if you have autoimmune disease or suspect you have autoimmune disease, if you have chronic brain fog, fatigue, or mood issues, if you have multiple food sensitivities and you can't figure out what to eat or what to cut out, or you have chemical and environmental sensitivities, this program is for you. If you have SIBO or Candida that you can't clear, the 16 module program is for you. If you've been to multiple doctors and have taken multiple medications and supplements, but you're still not better, and you're sick and tired of taking a bunch of pills that you're not even sure what you're taking for. This program's for you if you want to finally learn the root cause and start to reset your body. But not only that, learn how to sequence the reset so you follow a logical step-by-step game plan based on science and physiology. The 16-week program is for you if you're a learner and you want to own the information and take ownership of your health, which is your birthright. And you want someone who's a great teacher, who happens to be a great doctor as well, to teach you all the clinical pearls and be a partner in your health, who really wants you to learn this so you don't become dependent on anybody. If this describes you, you'll want to invest in the full 16 module program, because this program will take you all the way through heavy metal detox, environmental toxin detox, parasite cleanses, getting rid of chronic viral infections, dampening autoimmune reactions, and rebuilding your immune system. Essentially, this will take you through building your entire body. Where the 6 module program builds the foundation, the full 16 module program will help you build the entire house. Now, this program includes 16 modules with 87 instructional videos. That's over 36 hours of incredible content. It's complete with self-assessment forms and PDF handouts. Best of all, you get 16 weekly live group coaching calls with me and 16 weekly live group coaching calls with my nutritionist, as well as 16 weeks access to the exclusive learners community where you can ask questions, you can interact with like-minded people so that you can go on this journey with people who get you. Okay? Again, as a bonus for enrolling in the 16 module program, you will get the Brain Immune Gut Access Masterclass recordings at no additional cost to you. The total value of this package is $13,868. Now, the regular investment for this world-class program is $2,997, and it's worth way more than that. Again, we want to make this available to many more of you so that you can get this critical information. So for a limited time only, your investment for the full 16 module program is only $1497. Now, we're getting amazing reviews and testimonials from learners going through the program right now. And you can check them out right here, right on this page. You can see all these testimonials of people who have gone through this program, real world people getting real world results. Richard says, for the first time, I'm able to understand more about my autoimmune disease and ask questions, real questions. What is the cause of this versus what supplement should I take? You see Allison, I have completed an MS, master's degree in health and wellness, and master's degree in holistic nutrition. And I'm learning so much more information than I ever touched on in my degree program that will not only benefit my health, but the health of others who I support. We have Veronica says every learning module plus the weekly Q&A with him and the nutritionists make this course worth every penny. And Suzanne says, Dr. Khan's Neurometabolic Academy digital program has provided me with information I never received from other healthcare providers. So again, go through it. We have tons of more of these testimonials that you can read. So you know that you're getting something that has real value. Now, again, to reward action takers, when you enroll in the 16-week digital program before the Brain Immune Gut Masterclass ends, I will throw in the masterclass recording for free. This includes lifetime access to the videos, audios, and transcript of all the mastery sessions and expert interviews, backing out the investment for the masterclass recording and the 6-week program. This means that you invest only 40% more to get 63% more program and coaching. Now, you can pay in 3 monthly installments or save an additional 15% when you do a one-time investment. That is a saving of almost $225. And you can put this on a lower interest rate credit card and pay it off over time if you want to. So that means for as little as $79 a week, you'll not only get world-class education with the digital program, you also get group coaching from certified holistic nutritionists. You also get me to help you to implement the nutrition and lifestyle strategies that we teach. And you can also ask me questions weekly to help you tailor the information to you. Where else can you get 2 appointments with a nutritionist and a functional medicine doctor for only $79? Folks, we threw in so much value in here that I don't know what else to include to make this more amazing, except I'm going to include a 14-day money-back guarantee. So you have 14 days to access all the modules, jump on the group coaching call, check out all the material. And if you don't feel this is one of the best investments you made for your health, go ahead and request a refund. I'd be more than happy to give you your money back. Now, all I ask is that you access the module, log in and watch the module, jump on the coaching calls or watch the recording of the coaching call and participate, because I just care that you get results. And the only way you get a result is by participating and implementing. So go ahead and check it out and see if it's right for you. And I know you'll be blessed by it. I'll see you on the other side.